Hello and welcome to Clublife, the only football show that takes you around all the clubs in the non-league scene to see what's going on at grassroots level of the game. I'm James Sloan.
And I'm Chris Brown, bringing you the inside track on all the happenings from around the grounds of the country's less illustrious clubs.
Today, we put Gosport Borough of the Evo-Stik Southern Division under the spotlight to find out what they've been up to.
So let's see what Dan Smith found when he visited Borough at their home grounds at Privet Park before their last game of the season against St Neots Town.
Now you might be wondering what I'm doing here in the lower reaches of grassroots football when there's still so much business to be concluded in the top leagues. Well, the truth is Gosport Borough is a team on the rise. It's all the fashion these days for sides to record successive promotions, and this club, idyllically placed on the south coast, is no exception. The team, affectionately known as the Pirates, were promoted last season into the Evo-Stik Southern Division, and this year they currently sit handily placed in the playoff places. If they're promoted this season, manager Alex Pike will be taking his team into the Blue Square South at the first time of asking. I spoke to a few of their fans about the club's recent progress. Are you quite happy with how the season's gone?
Yes, except for a little blip that we had about 3 or 4 weeks ago where we lost 2 or 3 games, which made us drop down from the playoff positions, and now we're just outside the playoff places.
It looks positive at the moment, but it's early days, isn't it? Let's hear the final whistle first and see what how the other results go.
Well, I think it's been very impressive. You consider 2 years ago they were not even in this league, and now they could go up to another league. So I think it's a very good progression for a club of their size.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We only got up last season, and to sort of go as far as we did in the FA Cup, and to sort of recover from a really awful start with a 22 unbeaten run was really good. Yeah, I'm quite surprised actually.
Well, we've heard what the supporters think, but how about the view of those from within the club? I caught up with club secretary Brian Cosgrave to find out more. So, Brian, it's been a successful season. What do you think have been the key strengths this year in the club's success?
I think the main thing as far as on the park's concerned is the faith of everybody at the start that the squad of players we'd assembled would get it right sooner or later, because we obviously got off to a bad start. We lost the first 5 games at home, and things weren't looking good. But I, for one, and certainly the chairman and the other officers of the club, we were confident that once they started to gel as a team, because there were so many new players in this year, that we would be okay. And the 23 match run, right the way through to from November, was absolutely tremendous, and it proved our faith in them.
I mean, there were a few difficulties as well along the way with the financial problems that you had a little bit earlier in the season. Can you tell us a bit about that?
There was no problems with the finances. I mean, the media sort of latch onto it when they hear things like that. It's sensationalism. But all that happened is, like a lot of other clubs, when we had that first bout of bad weather, when you're not playing games, you've got no cash flow coming through. So consequently, you're stretched to your limits as far as wages, etc., etc. And I mean, it turned out that basically we had one sponsor that hadn't paid his money. When that sponsor's money came in, all the wages were squared up. They were only behind by 2 weeks anyway, and we've been fine ever since.
Borough built the Harry Mizzen stand 2 seasons ago, and it was an important step, a landmark in the infrastructure of the club.
And as we've progressed, as we moved from the Wessex and we got into the higher echelons of the Wessex, we recognised that sooner or later we were going to have a side that was going to win that league, and we'd be in the Southern League. So we then put plans in place to get our grading of the ground ready for the Southern League. And that's what we've done. What's gone on off the field has matched what the players have done on the field.
Gosport appear to have soaked up a little more than just the sunshine that we've had in recent weeks. They've also started to absorb a few traits from their more trendy local neighbours. They've had financial problems, a la Portsmouth, and they've also enjoyed a great deal of on-field success in the same vein as Southampton. Saints achieved back-to-back promotions a few seasons ago, and for Gosport, they'll be hoping to follow that trend. Dan Smith at Privet Park.